Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Today's Monday, March 16th, 2026. And we're getting prepared for the trading day ahead by looking at macro data, earnings reports, and mindset principles that help traders and investors stay sharp in the markets. Every morning, we focus on key information that can influence market sentiment before the opening bell, because preparation often makes a difference between reacting emotionally and trading intentionally. I track the headlines, the data, and the market levels so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Let's get into the daily. Let's get into the mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, next we had this macro data. So at 5:30 a.m., we had an orange folder, Empire State Manufacturing Index. It was forecasted to come in at 4.0, but the actual number came in at negative 0.2, which represents a weaker than expected manufacturing reading. Manufacturing data can sometimes influence broader market sentiment because it reflects business conditions and industrial activity in the New York region. Now let's get into earnings. We had Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had earnings, and they had a very small beat on earnings, and a slight miss on revenue. As you can see here, it did drop initially, but it recovered, and now it's moving to the upside, up more than 1% in the pre-market. All right, next, let's get into Robert Greene's daily law. Alter your perspective. Creativity and adaptability are inseparable. Look at things today from every possible angle. True creativity comes from openness and adaptability in ways we interpret the world around us. When we encounter situations or ideas, we should examine them from multiple perspectives instead of clinging to our first assumption. Those who stay flexible in their thinking often discover opportunities that others overlook. For long-term investors, this principle highlights the importance of remaining adaptable as markets evolve. Economic cycles, technological change, and geopolitical events constantly reshape the investment landscape. Investors who can reassess their views and adapt their strategy often identify opportunities earlier than those who remain rigid. Rather than becoming emotionally attached to a single thesis, successful investors continually evaluate new information over time. This flexible mindset can lead to a stronger long-term positioning and better portfolio decisions. Market open, market open, market open. For traders, adaptability is one of the most valuable skills in the market. Price action can quickly change as new data, news, or market sentiment enters the system. Traders who remain flexible can adjust their strategy when the market shifts direction. Stubbornness and emotional attachment to the trade idea can often lead to unnecessary losses, but traders who remain open to multiple outcomes can manage risk more effectively and react faster when opportunities appear. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we got, folks. Let's go on a 1 minute chart. Okay, so we got SPY. Market is open. March 16th, 2026, 6:31 a.m. now. We got SPY is up almost 1% at 668.60. QQQ is up over 1% at $600.70. Nvidia is up almost 2% at 183.70. Apple is up 0.5% at 251.53. Google is up 0.5% at 303.81. Microsoft is up 0.25% at 396.88. Amazon is up 1% at 209.65. TSM is up over 1% at 341.73. AVGO is up 0.75% at 324.69. Meta is up over 2% at 627.67. Tesla is up almost 2% at 398.54. And Berkshire B is up 0.5% at 492.75. So all the trillion dollar tickers plus SPY are all green to start the day, y'all. Let's go. That's a good start for the week. Let's see if we can maintain this upward trajectory. All right, let me put it on our 8 chart display while I check out some news. Okay, top left hand corner we have Nvidia, to the right Apple, Google, Microsoft. Underneath Nvidia we have Amazon, to the right TSM, AVGO, and Meta Platforms. Okay, actually let me run these market caps. So the most valuable company in the world, we have Nvidia, 4.46 trillion. Apple, 3.7 trillion. Google, 3.66 trillion. Microsoft, 2.95 trillion. Amazon, 2.24 trillion. TSM, 1.77 trillion. Meta, 1.58 trillion. AVGO, 1.54 trillion. Tesla, 1.5 trillion. Berkshire B, 1.06 trillion. And Walmart is back. Walmart is back. Walmart is back at 1 trillion, y'all. $1 trillion to Walmart. So let's go ahead and add them back to the $1 trillion tickers list. All right. And Walmart is down in the open. That is funny. All the $1 trillion tickers were positive until we added Walmart back to the list, and now Walmart is down over 0.25% at 126.15. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. See what we got. We are in extreme fear. We are at 22. We are at extreme fear at the Fear and Greed Index, y'all. All right, let me run these other tickers. SPX is up over 1% at 6,698. The NAS 100 is up 1.5% at 24,685. The Dow Jones is up almost 1% at 46,913. The Dow Jones ETF is up 0.75% at 470. The VIX is dropping, y'all. The VIX is dropping a lot. That's great. The VIX is now down 8% to 24.77. The 10-year Treasury note is at 4.23. Gold is at $5,031 an ounce. The Gold Mini Shares Trust is at $99.55. The Silver Trust is at $73.80. It's up 1.5%. The Copper Miners ETF is up almost 3% at $78.55. AMD is up almost 2.5% at $197.88. Bitcoin is up 2% at 74,315. IBIT is up over 4% at 42.14. Wow, we ain't seen iBit over $40 in a long time, folks. Shout out to iBit. Next, we got Ethereum. Ethereum is up over 5%. Ethereum is over 2,200. It's almost at 2,300, y'all. $2,294. Wow. The market is looking real strong right now. BMNR is up almost 12% at 22.96. Palantir is up 1.01% at 152.58. And Robinhood is up 1.5% at 74.55. All right, let's check out the sectors. All right, we got energy. XLE is down 0.5% at 57.41. I wonder if they opened up the Strait of Hormuz and it's back to normal. Maybe that's why everything is running like that. We'll have to check on the news momentarily. Okay, but because everything except energy is green, all the sectors. So tech is up almost 2% at 139.31. Financials is up almost 1% at 49.28. Consumer discretionary is up 1% at 112. Communications is up almost 1% at 115.42. Healthcare is up almost 0.75% at 150.77. Consumer staples is up 0.25% at 85. Utilities is up 0.25% at 47.10. Industrials is up 1% at 166.29. Materials is up over 0.5% at 49.53. And the real estate ETF is up 0.75% at 42.57, y'all. Let's check out the heat map. It should be super green. There it is. Super green heat map. That's how we like to see it. Starting the week off strong, y'all. Starting Monday off strong. Let's see if we can keep this moving forward. We did have these were just yellow folders, so we ain't gonna worry about that. But yeah, the heat map is looking real green. It looks great. Outside of Walmart, Netflix, and Energy, and T-Mobile, it actually looks outstanding. All right. Let's get into some news here. All right. There's a new startup called Rent a Human, which allows AI agents to rent humans to perform tasks that cannot physically perform themselves. Now, it's not up and running like that. This is their idea. So when people tell AI agents to do stuff, the AI agents are going to contact a human and rent a human to do stuff that they can't do. Thought that was pretty interesting. But it hasn't started yet, but that is the idea. Okay, so the worst performing stocks in QQQ so far in 2026. Ticker symbol TEAM minus 53%. Workday minus 38%. Intuit minus 33%. AppLovin minus 31%. Zscaler minus 31%. Adobe minus 28%. DoorDash minus 28%. Now the best performing stocks in QQQ so far: Western Digital up 58%. Micron up 49%. Seagate up 39%. AMAT up 32%, ASML up 25%, Intel up 24%, Lam Research up 24%. Not our typical. Oh, this is so crazy right here, y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, Epstein might be in Florida right now, South Florida, driving a drop top. Because this dude looked exactly like Epstein. You got to be on YouTube to be able to see it. Oh, what's up, cuzzo? Good morning. Tell me bro don't look like Epstein. Oh my God. He's not even undercover. They broke him out of jail and he riding around South Florida in a drop top. Man, this dude don't care. He like, I'm too rich. I'm not going back to jail. He is too rich. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This dude is really just riding in a drop top on a freeway. Not worried about nothing. Damn. That is crazy. Alright, next. The Trump administration will receive a $10 billion fee for brokering the sale of TikTok. Wow. No wonder they were trying to push that thing through so they could get $10 billion, boy. Shoot. Trump gonna get some money, man. Definitely gonna get some money. Alright. This next piece comes from Benjamin Crump. Black kidney patients were blocked or delayed from transplants by a race-based medical formula that made their kidneys appear healthier, delaying life-saving care. Now research shows thousands are receiving restored waitlist time through restorative justice efforts, with a median increase of 1.7 years, meaning many patients regained more than a year and a half of their lost wait time. We must keep speaking truth to power until healthcare equity is real. That is cold-blooded, man. That is cold-blooded that they's doing that. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, next. 21 people, including a 60-year-old British tourist, have been charged under the UAE cybercrime laws for filming and sharing videos of Iranian missile and drone attacks. Damn. Imagine you are somewhere where it's being attacked by missiles and drones, and you pull out your phone to record it, and they end up charging you and throwing you in jail. Damn. It's a hell of a law right there, y'all. Alright. An analyst from Bank of America warns markets are starting to look like 2008. The master investor says, I agree 100%. Excuse me, 1,000%. You said it. 1,000%. Wow. That's crazy. Alright. Next, we got a quick clip from Elon.
One laptop with a spreadsheet can outperform a skyscraper of several hundred human computers. Now, if even a few cells in that spreadsheet were done manually, you would not be able to compete with a spreadsheet that was entirely a computer. What this means is that companies that are entirely AI will demolish companies that are not.
I don't know why that was making that banging sound in the background, but yeah, we got to get on this AI. We got to learn how to use AI because if we don't, AI gonna take our jobs. All right, I thought this was very interesting. Another quick clip from Elon.
So CEO is made up title, CFO is made up title, General Counsel made up title. Don't mean anything.
So I guess I'll be more direct. Are you considering stepping down as CEO?
I changed my title to Techno King. And by the way, this is a formal SEC filing. I'm legally, whatever, Techno King. I just did that as kind of like a joke because just to show that these titles don't mean a lot. You know that there's actually only 3 titles that actually mean anything for a corporation. It's President, Secretary, and Treasurer. And technically they can be the same person. And all these other titles are just basically made up.
Interesting. Interesting. All you need is 3 real positions in your corporation and everything else is just made up. So we gonna pay you for the work that you do, not for your title. I remember Wall Street Trapper was talking about that one day on the show too. End up overpaying people for their titles and not for the work. All right, next, Meta is planning sweeping layoffs that could affect 20% or more of the company. Details include Meta seeks to offset costly AI infrastructure bets. Top executives have signaled plans to senior leaders at Meta and told them to begin planning how to pare back. Number 3, if Meta settles on the 20% figure, the layoffs will be the company's largest since 2022. AI-based layoffs are accelerating. All right. We did have the Oscars. I did not watch it, but I heard brother Michael B. Jordan won and brother Ryan Coogler won. So I'm going to play a little clip for Michael B. at the Oscars yesterday. He getting a standing ovation. Best actor for his role in Sinners. Great movie, by the way.
God is good. God is good. And, yeah, mama, what's up? Y'all know how I feel about my mother and my father's here. Your pops, where you at? My dad came in from Ghana, from Ghana to be here. My brother, my sister's here, my family. I want to thank Warner Brothers. I want to thank Mike and Pam for believing in this dream, this vision of Ryan Coogler, and betting on the culture and betting on original ideas and original artistry. And you're an amazing person. I'm so honored to call you a collaborator and a friend, and you gave me the opportunity and space for me to be seen. And I love you too, bro. Love you.
I ain't gonna play the whole thing. Y'all can check it out. But yeah, dope speech, man, by Michael B. Dope movie. All right, next we got some motivation. Success belongs to those who refuse to negotiate with their discipline. Wallow always dropping the motivation. All right, let's run the numbers. Let's run the numbers, see where we at. Let's go on a 5-minute chart now. Actually, let's go on to 15 so we can get some more. We get a stronger signal. Let's turn on this algo. See if we got any trades to the upside. Everything looking green, so we did have a strong buy here in the pre-market on SPY. I'm looking for a signal after market open, and it should definitely be all calls today because SPY and QQQ is up. And when we looked at the heat map, everything was up. They had a buy in the pre-market here. So this is the second actual entry point, but this candle won't close for 9 more minutes until 7 o'clock. So this entry point is going to continue to move. Let's see, NVIDIA. I knew that shit. NVIDIA had a strong buy in the pre-market. I think this is my what? Yeah, this is my 1 hour level. So what I was trying to do was I'm going to separate the shows into 2 different shows. And I'm going to have my pre-market show and then have a market open show. The pre-market show is going to be shorter. It's going to be where I say all my stuff. You know what I mean? The mantra, the opening, the earnings, the macro news, and the daily law. And then when the market is open, we're going to get into some, try to find some trades. So I think that'll be better because the shows, they be getting kind of long, like over an hour. So I think I'm going to do 2 shorter shows instead of 1 long show. So what I had planned on doing, I didn't have time to finish it because I worked early today. So I had to take a shower and all that. But I have put this 1 hour level right here. And then as you can see right here, I had this 1 hour level right here too. So what did price do when price came up? So this is before the market opened. When price came up here, came up to our 1 hour level, 185.05, and sold off about 80 cents. So that would have been a good put opportunity. And then I knew that because I scrolled back this way. And I was like, this level right here, and also this right here, I'm like, it's probably gonna reject. Plus, we had the Smart Money Concepts indicator here, which just lined up perfectly. And I got the other 1 hour up here. I was like, just in case it ends up breaking through here. But yeah, and then to the downside, I had this level right here. But this was the only chart that I was looking at. Anyway, I'm gonna do that in the future. I just didn't have enough time today because it's a bunch of stuff that comes with it, with the process of doing this show. I'm doing it all myself. Me and AI, basically. All right. We had a strong buy in the pre-market on Apple. See if we can get a signal. Probably all the signals are going to be from the pre-market, so we might not have one. Yeah. Oh, Microsoft pulling back. Oh, Microsoft turned red, y'all. Microsoft turned red. Wow. Okay, so based on this first 15-minute candle, Microsoft has a sell signal, but I don't want to take a sell signal if everything else is green. I don't like it. But 395.69 is the entry. 393.16 is the take profit. But I would look at Friday's low as the first take profit, even before this one. And the stop loss is going to be 398.22. But I wouldn't take it. I don't want to do puts if the rest of the market is red. If the rest of the market is green. Don't trade against SPY. We did have a sell in the pre-market on Amazon. So we almost had one. Alright. Sell in the pre-market on TSM. At least these were closer to market open. Okay, AVGO had a sell on the first 15-minute candle as well. As you can see, this was the entry, 322. But it's coming back up. So you would be down 1.5 cents, $1.50. But yeah, I don't want to do no puts when SPY and the Qs is up. Alright, Meta strong sell. This is the entry. 626, as you can see, it's since reversed. Tesla had a strong buy, but it was at 1 a.m. in the morning. Headed toward TP3. 400 psychological level. But we do have this smart money concepts resistance. So if it can break through there, it just broke through. You seen the resistance leave the screen in full time. It just hit TP3 in real time, y'all. We seen it. All right, next Berkshire. All right, yeah, we don't have any no trades from the algo this morning, y'all. All right, let's see. I think we had a couple more pieces of news. Oh, I thought this was interesting. The best trade in the last 20 years might surprise you. It wasn't from tech, it wasn't from software, and it wasn't NVIDIA. $10,000 invested in 2003. If you held it till today, if you put $10,000 in Microsoft in 2003, you'll have $220,000. If you put $10,000 in Amazon in 2003, you'll have $1.9 million. Oh, let me turn that down. If you put $10,000 in NVIDIA in 2003, you will have $11 million. Oh my God. Oh my God, blood. 10,000 down, turn that to 11 million. You'd be retired. All right, next. But the king of the past 20 years is actually Monster Energy. If you put $10,000 in Monster Energy in 2003, you will have $25 million. Incredible, y'all. Incredible. Wow. But I seen people used to say this is like some evil. This is an evil logo. You know what I mean? I don't remember all the details, but I definitely remember people saying this was evil. So the fact that it's now a household name and company and brand doesn't surprise me at all. All right. One more from Ben Crump. He said they removed the word racism 109 times from a college textbook in Florida. They erased the entire chapter on race and ethnicity. They reduced Shirley Chisholm, a trailblazer who broke barriers for every black woman who came after her, to a single footnote. You cannot erase racism by removing the word from a textbook. You cannot rewrite history by pretending it did not happen. Our ancestors bled, marched, and died for the truth to be told. We will not be silenced. Can you believe that they would actually just rewrite the history books? Of course we can believe it, because they done it before. But for them to do it in real time now is crazy too. But that's it for today, peoples. You know, it's Monday. I gotta work early, so the shows be shorter and not as good. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out everybody on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. You know how we like to end the show, a little motivation from Instagram.
Every morning, everyone should speak these 5 affirmations, all right? I am the best. I can do it alone. God is always with me. I am a winner. Today is my day. Every morning, everyone should speak these 5 affirmations, all right? I am the best. I can do it alone. God is always with me. I am a winner. Today is my day. Every morning.
Oh, my bad. Your future is shaped by the habits you repeat, not by the goals you set. Ooh, that's a gem. That's a super gem right there, y'all.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
It don't happen overnight, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good, and not stressing too bad when it's bad. Just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do, folks. We show up every day here on $1 Trillion Tickers. We'll be back tomorrow in the pre-market. And I think I'm going to have my 2-show setup ready by then. So, y'all have a blessed day. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.